practice that is run by Padmasree, who joined Accenture very recently, in the last 3 weeks, he says, and he's managing director for their technology labs. And they are responsible for a number of things related to entrepreneurship and innovation, but they also produce a technology vision report, which, to my pleasure, highlights the future of enterprise technology. So thank you for that. So Priest actually has a background in engineering and electronics. He's been in academia, then HP Labs, then ABB, and so has spent a lot of time with PhD students. He's written, 350 research papers. So clearly the guy is smarter than me, and he would like to say a few words to you about Accenture.
Thank you. Thank you, Deb. And a very good evening to all of you. As Deborah said, I'm Padmasree. I head up Accenture's technology R&D, and I just joined Accenture. I'm delighted to be here. On behalf of Accenture, I would like to thank SVForum, everyone in attendance, and especially the special guests who we are all honoring tonight. It's a great pleasure to be here among such esteemed colleagues, esteemed company, for such a noble purpose, to celebrate the intellect, insight, determination, and selflessness that has made Silicon Valley the global innovation powerhouse that it is. We know the Valley represents a very special ecosystem, and that ecosystem consists of multiple components that interact in complex ways to generate seemingly endless streams of amazing outcomes. Universities, startups, large enterprises, VCs, and professional services organizations are all part of the fabric. And I have had the great fortune of being part of many of these types of organizations in my career. Before we proceed to introduce our honorees and reflect on their outstanding accomplishments, I wanted to spend a few minutes with you to set the context of this unique part of this world that we call home. And it continues to manage to produce such innovative thought, groundbreaking output, and meaningful impact to the world. We've all heard descriptions about what makes the Valley tick, why it's different, why it can be replicated, why it will fail, why it will continue to succeed, etc. Like you, I have ended up with lots of discussions with lots of people around the world on these topics. They come here looking for that silver bullet to figure out exactly that innovation magic. So, as part of our close collaboration with SVForum, Accenture has shared with you a result of a research report that I think many of you have copies of today on the cultural dynamics of the Valley. Now, in this report, there are certain statistics that we share, and many of those statistics are fairly well known to many of you. So I'll share just 3 of them. One is in terms of patent registrations. Our share of the US patent registrations has grown from 3.6% in 1990 to 12.5% in 2011. That's an amazing statistic. That's the innovation that's coming out of the Valley. The second one is the startup throughput. Our ecosystem is currently 3 times bigger than the ecosystem in New York City, and 4 and 5 times bigger than the ecosystem in London. And the third statistic is the startup success rate. Our ecosystem produces 20% more companies in the scale stage of venture investments than New York City, and 54% more than London. Now, as I was going through the statistics and dozen other records, it says, look at, yeah, kind of knew that. But there's one statistic that really stood out to me, which is actually not there in the Accenture report. It turns out that from 1975, the Valley has created 26 Fortune 500 companies. 26. Guess how many the Eurozone has created in this period? 1. Inditex, the parent company of Zare. So That's it. Eurozone, 1 company, 26 in the Valley. This is what we are talking about, the innovation ecosystem. And as I think about the factors that make this ecosystem tick, it's about the people on stage behind me that we are going to recognize. I see some distinct patterns and linkages. Each of them has played a very significant but a different role in making Silicon Valley move. Peter Diamandis incentivizes innovation, harnesses the power of competition to solve global problems and create new opportunities. Ray Kurzweil imagines solutions to seemingly unaddressable challenges, then conducts painful research and development effort to drag these concepts from the realm of science fiction into reality. Steve Blank helps early-stage startups succeed by providing them guidance on how to efficiently organize, launch, and scale. And Padmasree Warrior, a very good personal friend of mine, drives innovation agenda at one of the world's most prominent and pervasive technology companies. Together, these 4 individuals embody the best of Silicon Valley and symbolizes the inquisitive spirit, brilliance, and determination that have produced 26 Fortune 500 companies since 1975. Although Peter, Ray, Steve, and Padma may not necessarily always work together directly, they are all rowing us in the same direction, towards sustainable progress. Above all, they serve as examples of what is possible in this unique environment we all live, work, and dream. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, I do want to correct one thing I said. I said, welcome to our lawn. It's not our lawn. It's not my lawn. It's Kelly Porter's lawn. So where did Kelly go sit? Oh, hi. There he is way in the back. Let's thank Kelly for donating his lovely estate. Thank you for being such a gracious host. Now, I do want to make an announcement. Some of you are aware of this news, and some of you probably are not. But our delightful and hardworking CEO, Chris Gill, has resigned. And why did he do that? He did that because he and his wife had decided to travel around the world and do projects for the good of society. And he's described all kinds of amazing things, like saving coral reefs, working with elephants, helping youth in Eastern Europe, and the list just goes on and on. So we want to wish Chris all the best in this new and exciting and completely different endeavor, and thank him for his service to SVForum. Stand up. Where are you, Chris? Oh, come on. He's walking down the path. Now, of course, that left us with a bit of a hole at the head of the organization. And many of you will remember Susan Lucas-Conwell, who was our previous CEO, and it was an unbelievably amazing thing, but she was between things this summer and has stepped in to get us through this transition period as our interim CEO. So Susan, thank you. And now we'll have the part of the program you were actually all here for. We have some visionaries to honor. And as in past years, we will have individuals chosen by the visionaries come up to introduce them personally because they have a personal connection. So first of all, we have Jim Hornthal. Jim.
Hi, good evening or good afternoon. So I'm not going to take any of my few precious minutes to recite Steve's LinkedIn profile or waste your time going other bits and bytes that you can usually find online. After all, someone with an eponymous website, www.steveboink.com, is not short on providing the public with filtered stories about his entrepreneurial success, his military prowess, his public service, or his ability to create amazing time-lapse videos of his daughters from birth to college that make women melt and men angry. No, tonight Steve is being recognized as a visionary. So to help set the stage, I want to tell a very few brief stories.